Alice is serving you.
Okay.
Serving
Hi, homework.
It's coming, yay! So welcome to the quiz for class 2 of Interlude on Emptiness. And we're still in the land of mind only.
if you want more.
Thank you.
But we had this little glimmer of hope in that
There's
Jason Kappa's name was mentioned. So we know that clarity is coming soon. So K-J says that everyone other than Jason Kappa, that is, thinks that they understand the mind-only presentation of the lack of a self-nature to things, but they really only get one thing right. What one thing did they get right about the thing to be denied? Do you remember?
Do I get some money if I get it right?
Sure.
Blue.
About the thing.
Well, that's only part of it, so I'll give you half.
Oh, I get 50 cents. Okay.
It's
somebody else
related,
will
though.
have to do the other half.
Okay, what it's denied is that the objects that appear to mind, such as blue, are a different substance than the mind. In other words, an outer object.
Okay, I knew that.
And then what was it that KJ said they missed with regard to refuting that things have a self-nature by definition? This one's more difficult.
Is it 2 elements?
There are 2 elements within it. That's
Great.
true.
Yes, I know them. Things lack being an outer object. And
No, we already talked about that one.
oh, mm,
So we're talking about this other thing
oh,
Mm.
okay,
that folks missed,
okay.
but
so
it has 2 parts to it.
lack
Mm.
deserving their given name by definition.
We can refute that things have a self-nature by definition by considering the essential nature of a thing and its various features are
Mm.
mental constructs.
Okay, good.
And KJ says that they couldn't express the words, much less the meaning of the words.
Mm.
He was really on a roll.
Guess he was right.
So what simile did KJ use to underscore just how challenging people of his time found Jason Kappa's essence of eloquence, which, as we know, includes discussion about mind only and lower middle way? Do you remember the simile? There were metaphors and there were similes. So this is related to the people of that time, and shall I say their attempts to understand what Jason Kappa was talking about.
Captains of ships that
No,
were on
that's
the right
it.
track the rest of the way.
That was a metaphor he talked about, but it's not about Jason Kappa
Got it.
and what he wrote.
Mm.
There was another one, and it's a thing that actually Geshe Michael likes to talk about quite a bit. Not a pen, not a pen, not a pen.
Oscar says babies.
Not a baby.
Mm.
So because people are so feeble-minded, they're not able to make the slightest opening into understanding Jason Kappa's words, which for them are as unbreakable as a diamond.
Yay.
Unbreakable as a baby.
Tibetan vocabulary. Again, we're going to do a mix if you give me
Hot
the
as
Tibetan or the English. Can someone please give me the Tibetan for it? Listen up.
Luck.
Nunche?
Yay.
It's something you do.
Pretty sure Word got
What's
it
this
right.
thing? No, that's
Oh, no, he says Nawa something.
Yeah, now a lock
Oh. Oh, well, blags.
or blags. Yeah.
Turn your ears. This is really good, Mom.
Nampar chupe kiawa zimpa.
I like that.
Does that have an English equivalent?
Tough.
Hold on to the rudder or examination or something. Something about a rudder.
Nice.
Very good. Hold the tiller, a thorough investigation. And now, what is the Tibetan for a sea captain of intellect?
Told you thick.
Ick on his
Yeah, word. Lojuki Dapen.
Wow.
Thank
Paula,
you.
what font are you using for your English letters? I like
The sea captain of intellect himself.
that. That's not Hemingway.
Anyway, yeah.
No, it's by Michael Peter Ancher. Now I'm going to share my translation attempt.
Nice boogers. Oop. No, but it's really good. I have to say. All right.
Can you see okay?
Yeah. Gets in the chin day. More than Kempa couldn't talk there. And gets in the do the cock they chucky. Okay. Yeah, did something Toma gets into chete. People use it as an excuse that they have grasped just that much. And it refers back to the last sentence, okay? And then they say one of these two kinds of selflessness is the position of a sangha. And then the next section says the other kinds of this selflessness is the position of Dignaga and Dharmakirti, okay? And sorry. We had really spicy mabu tofu. Yeah, so there's going to be two kinds of lack of self-nature presented here. It's two of the kinds that we've been talking about. Some people, let's go to the very end here. Tongya chungwe tam. Okay, Tongya chungwe tam. Yeah, which is, tam sometimes means blah, blah. Okay. So it means, how would you say that in a literary way?
I said expressed, but
Tongya chungwa means, yeah, it's too narrow in scope, but it is just talk. It means just talk, okay?
Lip service?
Almost lip, yeah. So tam is always verbal, and it's always talk.
The whole phrase together just means it's just.
No, it's a position expressed in section 247 and 248, okay? The position starts in 247 and the position is concluded in 248. 247 says that one of the kinds of no self nature, let's call it emptiness for convenience, but it's not. One of the kinds of emptiness we've been talking about is in fact a Sangha system. And the more simple flavor of emptiness that we've been talking about is not even a mind-only school thing. It belongs to Dignaga and Dharmakirti, okay? So what's the easier emptiness we're talking about was the blue thing, okay? That's the easier kind of, so let's go to 248 first, okay? Wang Shi La Tepe, Sung Zin Ze Shen. This is a kind of gotcha. Okay. Sung Zin Ze Shen is a gotcha. Okay. What is it, Utpala?
It is that the perceiver and the thing perceived are substantially different.
Yeah. The perceiver and the thing it perceives are not made of the same stuff. And every Buddhist school thinks that, except the mind only.
Mind only.
We say that's a mind only thing, right? The object is made of the mind. It's not outside of the mind. You are watching an object in the refrigerator of the kunchi. When you see blue, you're actually seeing a blue coming out of a karmic seed in your foundation consciousness. You are not watching a blue on the outside. Okay? Now, this Kachik, he's trying to distinguish that more understandable version of emptiness from the deeper one that Kedubje accuses everyone of not appreciating, which is that a fire and its kepar, meaning its characteristics, like heat, that the connection between them is natural. And the emptiness means the connection between them is not natural. It's coming somehow from us or something like that, okay? It's not Rangitseniki Drupa. It's not Rangitseniki Drupa. The connection between heat and fire is coming from us. It's not coming from the fire, okay? So your Kachik guy, it's very beautiful that you have these two sections, because this is an opinion being expressed by another school. Another guy comes along and says, okay, Caleb J, I agree that there's a kind of emptiness where blue is empty of being an outside object. And I agree that there's another kind of emptiness where fire doesn't have heat. The connection between fire and heat is kuntak. It's a construct. It's not natural. I agree there's these two flavors of emptiness, but it's not true that they are two flavors of mind-only school emptiness. The easier one belongs to the school below. It belongs to Dignaga and Dharmakirti. Okay? That thing about the blue, that belongs to Choglang and Chudang, okay? And the deeper version you're talking about, where fire is not hot, or the connection between fire and heat is not natural, okay? That's Arya Sangha's position, okay? Okay. And by the way, I mean, I would challenge you guys. That viewpoint about fire and heat, to me, I don't see much difference between that and
Consequence branch.
and Madhyamika. I don't see any big difference between that and Madhyamika. You know, Madhyamika would say, you know, the gotcha is that there's a natural connection between your husband's irritating nature and him, you know, and okay, so I would challenge you guys. That seems pretty close to me to middle way. And maybe that's why Tsongkhapa said in a famous quotation recently, what, do you remember about the mind-only school?
You can use it to practice Vajrayana.
Yeah, he said if you really understand the mind-only school, you could use that understanding to practice the secret teachings. It would be sufficient. So maybe it's close enough, okay? Anyway, trying to make a clean split. Oh, that thing about blue, that's not even a mind-only school thing. That's a second school thing. That's a logic school thing. And the thing you're selling, Kedukje, as a deeper mind-only viewpoint is actually their only viewpoint. Okay, got it? Okay? Okay? It's tough. Okay? It's tough, but it's beautiful. Okay. All right, here we go. Where are you? Where did Utpala go? Hang on, I gotta go get this. Clean that one.
Was he saying it was healthy to practice that mind-only view, but from a prasangika viewpoint?
Maybe, but I don't know what the difference would be personally.
Because I don't know, the moment there's a problem with the object out there, you'll have a problem, I guess.
Okay. Okay, where are you? Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, I see it.
You do?
Yeah, it's right on top.
Okay, here we go. Come on, you guys. All right. Okay, so he says, so the implication here is that Master Asanga would not accept which one of these emptinesses?
The second one,
The blue thing. Let's
Right.
call it the blue thing.
the blue thing.
If this guy is correct, then that's Dignaga and Dharmakirti's thing. And then the thing about fire is Asanga's thing. And we say, Gya Chungwe Tam, you know, you're not thinking big enough. You're not thinking big enough. Okay. And I think what he means is maybe Asanga had two kinds of emptiness in mind. Okay. Don't say he has to have one and they have to have one. Okay. And here's what Kedub J uses to prove it. And Ali, do you want to critique this one? Can you just see it? Yell if she makes a mistake. Make a mistake, Paula, come on.
Lopun fakpa tokme kitakdusu
Nice, yay.
de la kuntakpe sani kangna shina
Good.
kangdun me kyang nam par rigpa sam rigpa sam dini tu nangwa kang nienpao.
Not bad. Okay, so if it's true that the idea about blue not being outside object and actually being part of your mind it doesn't belong to Asanga, it belongs to Dharmakirti and Dignaga, then how about the following book written by
Arya Sangha.
Asanga called Mahayana Sangraha, which we spent a lot of time with. What is the tsini of Kuntak?
What characteristic of concept, or would it be definition?
Yeah, and now I want to remind you, Master Sangha is not asking what's the description of the concept construct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's not saying that. He's saying what's the real meaning among the three tsinis expressed in what I really meant. The one called Shenwang, Yongdrup, and Kuntak. You see, those are called the Senisum, right? Those are called the three qualities of the mind-only school. Okay, so Arya Sangha says, when Lord Buddha, in the third turning of the wheel, mentioned three qualities, and one of them was the quality of being a construct, okay, imaginary object. What was he talking about? Okay, don't forget we got to tie back to the three qualities of the mind-only school, which is where your text thousands of years ago was talking about. Okay, and the Sangha's opinion is whenever something outside is not the dön,
Is not the meaning.
it's not
Oh, not the object.
it's not the object of perception. It's only nambarikpa.
It's
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 only,
only mind.
yeah, it's only mind. In fact, that sentence could be so famous as to
Name a
Either-
school after.
name a school.
Right.
Okay. When there's a thing out there, which is not really there, it's just part of your mind, but it's nanwa as a dun.
But it appears as an object.
Yeah, it appears as an outside object. And there's a very helpful day here in the Tengyur, which Kirubje didn't add.
Oh,
It's a small word.
yeah.
Number but some te.
Okay.
That thing which is only
That thing.
which is only mind is appearing as if it were the object itself. Okay, good. I think the day is very crucial, and I would have added it. But we have to say that it's possible that this translation wasn't available to Keduje. Okay,
Yeah.
All
But
right.
it's a good footnote.
Yeah, it's a sexy footnote. Okay, so here's where we blow up his position completely that Master Sangha didn't hold the idea that outside objects were just your mind. Okay, Shei Soki.
She soki wang she la chiro dindu nangwa tar chiro dindu med par. Me par dam chene de drupala sa chupe dotang dongdra la sope lung tang.
Yeah, so Shei Soki means I'm not going to give you the whole quotation from, and by the way, a Sangha, he's defining the three qualities. You see here in his quotation, what is Shenwang? What is Kuntak? What is Yongdup? He's going through the three qualities of the mind-only school. So our commentator, Kirubje, says, to your Wangshes, to your five Wangshes,
Yeah, to your five sense
awarenesses
sense awarenesses.
of visible things, hearable things, smellable things, tastable things, and touchable things. Chiro Dundum Nawatar, that which appears to be a
Outer object.
external object, is Chiro Dundume.
is not
Yeah.
there is no outer object.
Yeah, it doesn't exist as an outer object. The thing that
Ah.
seems to be an outer object is not an outer object. Dam Chepa means Dam Chawa. That's a Sangha's position. He's expressing that position. Dam Chawa means to take a position, right? Okay. And when a Sangha wants to prove that that's his position, he goes deeper and further and quotes, he mentions two of the scriptures he quotes.
Sachupedo, the sutra on the Bhumis.
Yeah, on the 10 Bodhisattva levels, okay? The sutra on the 10 Bodhisattva levels. And he quotes Do De Gongdra.
What I really meant.
Yeah, what I really meant, etc. So not only, and don't tell me this is not his position, he states it, and then he quotes a lot of books to prove it. Okay. Now, if you're a mixed nut, let's go look for those quotations.
So Geshe, when he says lung here,
Yeah, he quotes scripture as opposed to Rigpa,
right?
Okay?
Okay.
He quotes real scripture. And if it wasn't his position, if it was Dignaga's position or Dharmakirti's position, why would a Sangha go into such detail as to dig up a bunch of sutras to prove it? Got it?
Right.
All right. And I thought you'd like to see some of this material. This is the Mahayana Sangraha of Master Asanga.
Master Sangha.
This is probably the book we're talking about. Let's go see if he quotes what?
If he quotes the 10 Bodhisattva levels.
Yeah, the Sutra of the 10 levels. Or if he quotes
What I really meant.
with regard to the non-existence of
outer objects.
Nice. Beautiful. And this is a long,
You searched for me.
yeah, I got it for you.
Where's the chi roll?
Usually I make it big for you just to make things easier.
It looks like it's no. Chi, no, chi, June.
Yeah,
There's only one chi. It's in the end of the second paragraph.
Tamche yang numberik but some need to sema. Okay, it is all nothing more than mind. Okay.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to show you why that's coming from these sutras. Okay.
Okay.
Here's Vasubandhu writing a commentary on what? His brother's
A
book.
sangha. Yeah.
Okay, the book we just looked at, his half brother wrote a commentary on it. Vasubandhu wrote a commentary on it. Okay, and he says the fact that these are. Well, let's read this together. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's kind of messy, but
No, it's all right. Didak ni nampar shipat samo shejawa sa chupale sumpatang.
translate that.
These something.
Yeah,
Shipa, the mind only.
these outer objects. Okay.
Okay, these outer objects are mind only is a quote from the Sutra on the 10 levels.
Yeah, good. The idea that these outer objects are really just your consciousness is stated in the Sutra on the 10 levels. And
Gongpang ni parndrel pen dole kyang nampar shipani mikpa nampar rikpa sangi rab tu chewa cheno she nge shedo she sungpade na
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
and so on and so
So
on.
what's that say?
Well, now we're talking about what I really meant, and there the subject is the sense. Oh no, the mental consciousness.
Yeah.
Mikpa namparikpasam is okay. So the eyes.
Yeah.
Where's the verb? No, cheno, chewa, they hold other object.
Ngeshe do means what I say. What I really want to say in my third turning, okay, is what? Is that the objects you see in the world are really just split off from consciousness. Chewa, chen. Okay, they're really just pieces of your own consciousness that you are looking at. Chewa chen. Okay, these mikpas, these objects that you see in the world. What is the nature of consciousness? You see objects, but those objects are actually just little pieces of your awareness. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Who's saying that?
Lord Buddha.
Yeah, that's what I meant in the second turning. Okay, I didn't mean nothing existed by its own nature. I wouldn't say that. Okay, got it. Okay.
But that's what he really meant when he was speaking to mind-only folks.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you could maybe say that. I enjoy taking the third wheel as a confirmation of Nagarjuna. But that's another story. So anyway, I think that's what Tsongkhapa says. So what have I supplied you here?
Well, you supplied me with his brother quoting 2 sutras.
Yeah.
Do we want to find them in those sutras, though?
Well, first let's look at we were reading. That guy said Arya Sanga's idea was only about the fire and not about the blue, right?
Right. Yep.
And then we said Come on. He quotes the Sutra of the 10 levels, and he quotes the Sutra of
Okay.
what I really meant, and he pulls out this idea about the blue from there. And
Uh-huh.
it's in his Mahayana Sangraha, and that's confirmed by his brother. Okay, got
He
it?
wrote a commentary on the Mahayana.
Now,
system.
if you're a real mixed nut,
A mixed up?
you go confirm
Vasubandhu, I guess.
that these two quotations are in the Sutra on the 10 levels, and
Yeah.
are in the sutra called What I Really Meant. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Grandpa, of course,
Yay.
because we have the gold clubs, which create the money to feed John Brady and his wife, and DCI, by the way, who pays a lot to ALL, which is one of ALL's, maybe ALL's biggest sponsor. I have the database. I can use it. Okay, so here's, oops. Actually, I did not go and get those for you.
Yeah, I didn't see them. I
I'm
thought
sorry.
maybe you had a different
I
project.
could, and I would. Actually, maybe I did. Let me see.
You did the
Yeah, here's
unraveling the true
the
thought.
10 levels. Here's the one from the 10 levels, okay? And what's it say?
Oh, there it is.
Here's the famous sentence from the 10 levels.
Ditar kam sumpandini semsamte.
Yeah.
It's like the three
Come.
realms are mind only.
Yeah. When you say three realms in Buddhism, you're saying what? whole
Well,
universe.
the style form and formless
The whole
realms.
universe.
realms, yeah.
The whole universe is only mind. It's all just mind. Okay, got it? Cool. Okay, so that's the, by the way, I want to help you guys with something in the future. If you search the Kangya, it's very hard to find this sutra, okay? Because it's not considered a sutra.
Oh,
Calling it a sutra is a nickname that developed by the Tibetans. It's actually like a chapter in a bigger work called the Avatansaka. And that chapter is called Liu, the chapter on the 10 levels. So if you go looking in the Kangya for Sachupe Do, you will never find it. And I've been there. Okay. And it's actually a chapter in another sutra. Okay. And it came, especially by Tsongkhapa, it came to be treated as a separate sutra in its own right. And I got the bibliography entry here for you.
thank you.
Because it's nasty. It's difficult. Okay. It's in here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we proved it's in the 10 levels, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I should have. Oh, here's the Sachupe Do bibliography entry, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, if you want the section from What I Really Meant, Grandpa got it for you here.
Yay, thank you.
Let's read it together.
Okay.
Suknyen,
Suknyen tenam parik bat samdu sepe chirte. Champa nampar shepa ni mikpa namparik bat sangi rab tu chewa yeno she nge sheto. Chomdende tingen zingi che yu suknyen de gelte sukem tele tadepa malakna.
yeah, and this is paraphrased by Master Sangha, okay, in the Mahayana Sangraha. Namashepa ni mepa nambarik batsamki raptu chewa. The objects you see in the world are just your consciousness expressing pieces of it outside of you, okay? Cool. So, Suknyen nambarik batsam. Everything is just your mind. You are watching a reflection of your mind when you see blue. Okay? All right. Cool. Those are the quotations. Now, unfortunately, I have some quotation between there, which doesn't belong there, and I'm going to take it out. It's this one. Now, something super sexy happens in your book. And I'm so glad we're going to hit it this time, just in case I, get in a car accident on the way home or something.
So, Jigme, I would like you to drive extremely carefully this evening.
Okay, good. Now here comes a quotation that KWJ is using to support his position that this thing about objects being your own mind comes from Asanga, okay, and not Dignaga and not Dharmakirti, okay. And here's a quotation. I don't want you to see what's under there. It's like my underwear. Okay.
Yidak dundro mi nam pang, ha nam chi tarek riksu, ngchik yi ni adechir, din ma dupar dupayin.
$1,000. What's this referring to?
It's referring to when a hungry ghost and a divine being and a regular old.
Couldn't you at least say
a glass of water and.
Yeah. Okay, $1,000 collected from my banker. Okay. This is the one we used in.
Gosh, in so many places. We used it in
Climate
Emptiness meditation book. It's in there.
Yeah. What's the nickname of this section?
Jumba.
Chumba.
Chumbap. Yeah, the waterfall. Meaning, how does a preta see a stream? Okay. Okay, $1,000. But at least translate it for the money. Okay.
Okay. So we have our hungry ghosts and animals.
Yeah.
And humans.
Good.
And how are we translating divine being?
Let's say Deva. Let's say
Deva. But that's not really that's
Okay.
Sanskrit.
Temporarily. Let's say Deva.
Okay. Deva.
Thank you for dinner. Deva Nams. According to their rig.
According to their group or their type of being.
Yeah, type of being among the 6 types or 5 types of beings. When they look at Ngochik.
When they look at a single object.
When they look at a single object, their minds make it tade.
Different.
Therefore, that outer object madhup.
Therefore, that outer object doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not real. And that's what we say. That's what we say. Okay. Now, the big question is, whose quotation is this?
Right. That's a good question. Is it real? Do we want to say, is it real?
Who wrote the Mahayana Sangraha?
Arya Sangha.
Ah, there it is. Okay. And he says,
Okay.
let me put it in a poem for you. Six to Chepa. Okay, so don't give me this crap about that's not
part of the Asanga system.
Yeah, that's not Asanga talking.
I mean, would he spend the time to write a poem?
Yeah,
that wasn't in his system.
Good. Okay, good. This is a K-Drupian destruction of an opponent, by the way. He's very good at it.
Finally, he's getting to destroy.
He's heating up a little bit. There's some explanations of that verse. There's a beautiful explanation by Tsongkhapa in his difficult points on foundation consciousness, which may be familiar to some people.
Gosh, I've kind of heard of that one.
Yeah, and he has a nice commentary on this verse. And Kedip Damodar, who's our Sarah May textbook writer, he has, of course, which is where I took the ACI class from, he has a beautiful, he uses from Tekdu, from Mahayana Sangraha, and he has a beautiful presentation, which is ACI, whatever it is. Don't ask, never come up to Geshe-la and say, I want to ask you about a question about ACI 7 or something, because I have no memory of what the subjects were. Okay. But there it is. If you're interested, if anyone wants to read the whole thing, there are two great commentaries on this poem, one by Tsongkhapa, which we will hit eventually in
Words book.
Because that is Words book. And if you're interested, you could go read the ACI course. Okay.
Yay.
Please read this long sentence.
Share.
Oh, wait. I got to show something. You ready?
Yep.
I just want to show you how the seeds, which have been there for time with no beginning, are affected by the words of the teacher and listening to them properly. Okay, you ready?
Oh.
She's listening to this to this class, and the natural seed in her of being a Buddha is being refreshed by the words of the teacher. Just kids are more obvious about falling asleep than other people are. Okay, that's my beautiful granddaughter, Ava. Little Adam and okay, let's get back to the text, Grandpa. Grandpas they get, what do you call it? Sentimental. Okay, here you go. I think Kramer should have to read this with you.
Oh, Kramer should read?
No, I mean, you read it, Kramer critique. Grandpa in
So, Rickbing Namdrang Tumadang, Yochi Dinme Kyang, Yochengi Shepa Dempar Drupe, Pei Milam Tang, Rabrib Ched Ki Mikshe Tang, Mik Yun Nangwe Shepatang, Yume Ta Lang Sok Sun Nangwe Shepatang, Mi Dukpa Gompe Tingin Zingi Nangwa Sok Tumak Ne Kepar Drupe Gone Wang Shela Tupe Sun Zin Ze Shen Dang Chidang Gopa Lung Rik Ni Kai Wang Du Chena Nandrang Nele Kyang Kiepe Chir Tang.
Yeah, good. Sorry, I was distracted.
I put you to sleep.
No, there's an excellent mapo tofu. I don't know, probably was flown in from Guangzhou. Rigbe Namdag Duma Dang. Okay. Asanga used countless other arguments for the same point. Okay.
Okay.
And even though the yul is not a chidun,
even though the object is not an outer object.
Yeah, yul chenki shepa, the state of mind which holds it to be an outer object or holds the yul, the state of mind which holds to the object, even though the object is not an outer real thing, the state of mind still Dembadupa.
It still thinks it's real. It still establishes
it is Dembadupa.
Yeah.
It is Dembadupa.
Yeah.
And now, by the way, we're getting into to Dharmakirti and Dignaga. Okay.
Oh.
So he's shifting now to.
Oh.
Yeah, look, the outer object is not real, but the mind which perceives it in the second school is Dembadupa. It's functions. It's real. So in their school, Dembadupa means real. Okay. The Yulchenki Shepa, the subject state of mind, is real. Okay. And the example is
it's a dream.
Yeah. I mean, you have a subject in a dream. The dream's not real, but the subject is real. Okay. What you see in the dream is not real, but you can't say there wasn't a state of mind in the dream. Okay.
Yep.
And Robin Chingy Mikshe, what's that?
We're talking about rabbits.
No, this is
A
Robin.
cataract
Rub rib.
or
Oh, sorry.
obstruction of the
Yeah,
eye.
yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, look, the eye may have a scratch on it, but that doesn't mean there's no subject. Okay. All right. How about Mikyu Nangwe Shepa? What's a
So
Mikyu?
now we're talking about
What's a Mikyu?
The
a
mirage.
mirage.
Yeah, a mirage in the distance as you're driving through Arizona. Okay. That's just your Shepa Nangwe.
That's just your mind
Yeah, when
showing
you
an appearance in your mind.
Yeah, good. When you see water in the distance, when you're driving your car, that water has no external reality, but it does have some kind of reality inside your mind. Okay, so there is the Yul Chen, the subject state of mind is Demba Dupa. It's real. Okay, the perceiver is real. The mirage is not real. We all know. But there got to be a state of mind behind there somewhere. You wouldn't see it. Okay, got it?
Right. Mhm.
And how about Gume Talang?
And then we got our horses and elephants, magical horses and elephants.
Yeah,
In a magic show? Do we want to say
Yeah.
that?
Some guy throws down a stick and turns it into an elephant but still, the shape is there.
Still, it appears in the mind.
Yeah, there is a mind in which that is appearing. Okay, and that's
Oh,
okay, and that's real. Now the next one is a tough one.
okay. So now we've got meditating on ugly things.
Yeah, good. And can you describe this meditation? Very famous.
Well, it's when monks to keep their desire down, they meditate on women as being ugly.
You can say that, but there's another version where you
Rotting.
Charnel ground, yeah.
we actually start with a piece of rock in the middle of your forehead. And you
Oh,
expand it to,
right,
and then to your house, and then to the East Coast and the West Coast.
right.
And then it all looks like nuclear bomb or Ukraine. Okay.
Where does that come from?
Terminator.
It's Abhidharma.
Abhidharma. Okay.
Okay, so by the way, when you are meditating and trying to perceive your city as nuked out, is that a real object?
That is an object of the mind. Yes.
Yeah, it's just an imaginary object, but the mind is real. The meditation mind is real. Okay. Tingin singin nawa so dumakune.
There are many.
Yeah, you could set forth countless examples.
Uh-huh.
Dube gone. And I guess he's talking about Asanga's Bhumi books, which are massive. He probably mentioned all of these in his Bhumi books. Okay.
Are we going to go find them?
I don't know. That's kind of ambitious, but if you're in the mood, you can try. It wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be particularly hard. It would make a massive footnote. You know. Sometimes it's so massive it may be distracting to the reader. But if you're up for it, I can help you.
But if we've moved on from a sangha to talking about
we got to ask
logic school.
Yeah, I'd have these been. Yeah, okay. Goni Wangshi Latupe, relative to a sense power. Sung Zin Zhe Shen. The object and the subject appear to be
The same stuff.
Zhe Shen, separate stuff. And
Separate stuff.
That's the gakcha. That's the gakcha. Okay. A subject and an object which are made of separate stuff. That's a gakcha in the mind-only school or somebody's school. And Chidun Gopa, when we deny
Outer objects.
Yeah, you can prove it with Lung and you can prove it with Rigpa.
You can prove it with scripture and you can prove it with logic.
And it was done extensively in two books called Samanamdo and Samanamnge.
Yeah, it was two books that were Ben's books.
Yeah, they're Dharmakirti. They're Master Dharmakirti. So what's our guy saying now? What's Kirubjay saying now? He said, look, saying
Oh, so he's agreeing with him that, yeah, the logic school did talk about denying outer objects.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't blame you for being wrong, because Dignaga and Dharmakirti did talk a lot about illusory outer objects. They spent page after page on it, okay? Probably all of these examples are in either Namdel or Tsema Namdel or Tsema Namne. Gay page here, he used logic, he used reasoning, he used examples to deny outer object, okay? Moreover, you want to go deeper? Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Moreover,
Choki lang pe gek tong din de no dang kepar de takpa rangi tseniki drupa kakpe chiki dak me share chin yin ma dun din drel to tek du jitawa shindu selwa shepe jiro.
yeah, now this is awesome, okay? Choki Lambo.
Ignaga.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
Ignaga. He wrote a short commentary on Getombo.
8,000.
On the 8,000 verses.
Yeah, and here it is. It's 2 folios.
Oh, that is short.
Yeah, a brief presentation on the perfection of wisdom. Okay, and in that tiny little book, he described the concept of Ngo Dang Kepa Du Dakpa.
He described the concept of
An
the
imputed,
essence and the features being imputed.
an imputed connection between the
Imputed
fire
connection.
and its heat. Okay, Dakpa. This Dakpa is not breath Dakpa. Okay, this is not the breath Dakpa we've had so far.
Right.
About Kuntag, this is not the word Kuntag. This is the word Dakpa, meaning an artificial connection, and it's related to Dok, which means to assign a nickname. Okay, so yeah, he talks about this thing about the fire, and he says that connection, Dakpa, Rankit Senekit Tupa, Kak.
Fuck. It refutes
Yeah,
that
he refutes.
exists by definition.
Not only that, he says that's what the Sherchin says is Chuki Dogme.
That's what the perfection of wisdom says is the lack of a self-nature to things.
And if you don't believe me that Dignaga was talking about fire and heat, you go look at the goddamn Asangas Mahayana Sangraha, which clearly says that he did. Okay, got it?
Selwar Shepe.
Selwar, who says this is Dignaga's position?
Yeah.
You're saying that was Asanga's position and not Dignaga's position, but Asanga said it was Dignaga's position. Duh. Okay, got it?
Yep.
God, Kidder J, you're so cool.
I think we're at time, Geshe-la, aren't we?
Yeah,
Nick?
it's
Yes, we are.
And,
I'm very sad to say that that's.
yeah, okay, there's the section if you want to know. We'll get to it next time.
And what would you like me to do for next time? Speaking. of
Let me
which?
make a mark here so I don't forget where we stopped. Stop here.
Oh, so we're going to talk about these.
Well, let's see if it's worth talking about. That's too hard. Let me see here.
Yeah, anything longer than 5 lines, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is a whole book in it. So
Oh, Lord.
this is something that we already covered, and he just brings it up again.
There's
These
a
are all long.
paragraph.
Ooh.
It was the best of
Sansatang,
times. It was the
Tuatang,
worst of times.
Teksudang. Okay, those are all books.
Yeah, I wanted you to try.
Okie
I want you to try section 256. Okay.
doke.
Yeah, and good luck. You probably have to start during the next class.
What do you mean have to start during the next class?
To finish it to finish it in 4 days.
Oh, I see. I thought I got 2 days off.
Who gets a day
I
off?
guess not.
Who gets a day off in this organization? Give me a break.
Yeah, I know. I should know that by now.
Yeah. Okay, good. Great text. Great work, Utpala.
I wish you all the sushi in all the universes.
Oh, wait. I got an important thing. Utpala, wait. With the excellent mabodofu.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
This is a prediction for your
a
book.
mole.
This is a prediction for your book, okay? I hope it's not like something really dumb.
Learn Chinese.
You will meet an interesting person.
Let's see here. When you get to my age, you need your phone to read these things. Okay. It says, believe it can be done.
Hey,
Hey, that's a good one.
Especially for that paragraph, that's timely.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
enough to take a vacation.
Leisurely 7-minute break. See you guys then. Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you so much for that amazing
Believe it
class.
can be done. Believe it can be done.